Item 25.
Item 25, ordinance building, adopt an uncodified ordinance reducing the cannabis cultivation tax rates specified in section 3.56.050B13 by 60% through December 31, 2027, as authorized by section 3.56.070 and authorize summary publication. Requires a 4/5 vote.
Doug?
Once again, this is brought to your board. Introduced November 12th. Once again, the subject really hasn't changed in the last couple of months. We are still floating around $250 to $400 per pound, which is easily 50% or more, depending on the product, less than 2020. The 60% reduction is essentially unchanged. The only difference is we were asking to extend this for a 3-year period rather than a 1-year period. Gives us time to get additional market data, gives us time to see what the federal government is going to do as far as whether or not they're going to allow interstate commerce or take it out of the schedule it's currently in. There's still a lot of potential market volatility, so at this time, I have really nothing further to add. If there's any questions, this time.
Questions from the board? Supervisor Stopper?
Just to confirm actuals, I just want to confirm that the numbers you have here for taxes collected, 2021-22 actuals $3.554634 million. So $3,554,000 and some change.
Correct.
22-23, $3,646,000 and change.
Correct.
23-24. Now, that year reduces somewhat because we actually had some people move out of the business, so not as many, and some people reduced the size of their grows per se, right?
Yeah, a lot happened in the market at that period. Yes, there was a lot of downsizing of canopy size in addition to rotating businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
So the total collected for that year was $2,920,000 and change.
Correct.
And this year, 24-25 fiscal year, estimated to collect $2.8 million approximately.
That
Things
is,
proceed as
that's the
where we're at
budgeted
now.
estimate, yes.
Yes, and okay. Just to confirm that, because some of the comments is we've never seen any return on this that we keep getting calls about. And I just say first two actuals over $7 million. And then, so we're looking at in 4 fiscal years, pretty much easily over $12 million in returns. I added it up quickly. It's more than that, but so
Okay.
just want to
Fair.
confirm that.
Fair.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, other questions from the board? All right, I'll open this up for public comment. Public comment on this item. Ms. Reinke?
Hi, Vicki Renke. Yeah, I guess you're happy with that amount. And yeah, it's some money, you're right. But remember what we were told? Oh, $11 million a year. A year. That hasn't happened, and now you're reducing it down to $2 million maybe a year. So I just wanted to bring that up. The other thing, and I'm going to use this time to ask this question because it's been asked before and nobody ever comes back with an answer. I know this tax is based on canopy, but the state requires these growers to sell their products to a legal distributor. Otherwise, it's called black market. We have never, ever gotten a report on where this marijuana from Calaveras County gets sold and who to. And I have to say something right now about cartels. They are big in California. And I would imagine that they're here in Calaveras County either buying the marijuana from our people because they can only get $100 for it or whatever. So, please, don't make this a business like we're growing grapes or like we're growing tomatoes. This is a serious business. And in California, there's many reports. If you look it up, there's current reports about cartels running these marijuana businesses in California. And that's a concern to us as citizens. We don't want that in Calaveras County. We want a safe county. We don't want criminals here. So I just want to bring that up. And the fact that you guys need to start looking at where this marijuana is being sold. I know we don't tax it on that in our county, but there's still a piece there that needs to be addressed. And also the cost to do this program and how that's going and what we've spent on it in a comparison to the 2.5 or whatever we get a year. Thank you.
Other public comment on this item? Ms. Morris?
I'm here again to speak in opposition of the building department's request to reduce the cannabis tax by 60% through December 27th, 2027. I have some questions. First question is, by what authority does the county have to expend otherwise or otherwise use county's resources based on the submittal, to conduct research into the state of marijuana industry market? Why are we doing that? Why are our taxes paying for this to be done? How do you justify the government's interference in the economic system for the benefit of one private industry and ignore the rest of the county? Private sector. Agenda Submittal 25 states the research conducted by the California County staff indicated marijuana industry market prices may not stabilize. Why are we paying people to do this research? In Submittal 25, Mr. Oliver further stated, the Calaveras County Building Department is concerned this industry will continue to need assistance in the form of tax reductions from our local government and recommends a tax reduction of 60%. Why does their business plight concern us, the California residents, Calaveras residents, the taxpayers, in all the other ways? Why? Because bottom line, Mr. Oliver, Building Department Director, is recommending that this private sector business burden should be shifted to the 45,000 Calaveras County residents, and that the residents should accept and compensate the financial burdens of a small group of 89, 90, whatever, small group of private sector businesses. Finally, question to each of you, how do you justify this violation of your oath to protect and serve all of the residents, not just a group, but all of us in the county that elected you? Is it not your duty to protect and promote the public health, safety, and welfare of all of its citizens? I urge you to vote. Let's face it, each of the residents of Calaveras County are facing financial burdens. Basics, housing shortages, high rents, food prices, fuel expense, just to name a few. We all know about it. We hear it all the time. Are you prepared to reduce their financial burdens? Playing favorites for political gain, in my opinion, is plain and simple.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms.
Please
Morris.
vote no.
Thank you. Is there other public comment in the room on this item? Seeing none, is there any public comment online?
We have no online public comment.
All right, I'll bring this back to the board for further discussion or a motion.
I would like to hear what Mr. Oliver has to say.
Just a couple of points of clarification. The cannabis program is not funded by general fund. I just want to make that clear. We have service or user fees for every applicant. Any activity that we take related to a cannabis cultivation site is billed, especially yearly when we have our annual alterations or continuations of those permits. Anytime someone makes a change, there's a fee for that. We go through the review, and there's a cost for that. So there, in fact, the building department, the only general fund revenue that we ask the board for annually is for the code compliance program. And last year we did ask for it in an emergency. Thankfully, we didn't have to draw that down, but we did authorize for building department inspection services not related to cannabis. So at this time and moving forward, this department remains primarily funded by its user fees.
I would concur with Mr. Oliver. The permit fees are built into the program to fund this, so staff time is not taken from general fund or tax money from other things. So that time, the cost of the entire program is built into that as we move forward. So the question on how much are the people paying for this program is they aren't paying other than the people that are paying the permit fees to move forward and the other fees that through the process. And then just to add to where does the product go? The state tracks and where the product goes, and to reciprocate that would be more of a burden and a cost to the county. So if you have questions about where the product is being sold, that is a question for the state.
All right. Any other questions from the board? Is there a motion?
I say one thing.
No.
So moved.
Moved by Supervisor Stopper,
I'll second.
second by Supervisor Haverty. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
No.
Carries 4-1.